and Ted. Excellent! Make them listen to Simon and Garfunkel.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And you get Luke and Lewis on Triple M Modern Digital.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. And we don't listen to Simon and Garfunkel. We listen to Will Sparks and Bangers because I'm on Schoolies.
Woo! So this is the continuation of Lewis's Schoolies week. Lewis never went to Schoolies after year 12, so I'm giving him the Schoolies week that he never had. And how are you enjoying it so far? We partied all night last night.
Oh, man, I'm so hungover. Yeah. Like, I didn't drink anything, but I feel like I should be.
Yeah.
I'm on Schoolies, so I'm
I
just
made
trying
him
to get
spin
in the
around
spirit.
10 times. He's really dizzy, but it was pretty wild. And today on the show, big show, we have another brief celebrity interview.
And if you thought the first celebrity interview was big, who did we have in our first celebrity interview?
I know you don't remember. It was Alex Nation, the 2016 Bachelor winner.
Okay, all right. So, but I'm not going to forget this one because we literally have an A-lister on the show for a brief celebrity interview. That is coming up in some time.
Yeah, in the second hour.
Yeah, in the second hour. We're not just to give this away.
No, it's clickbait.
Yesterday, Luke, we found out that we didn't find out. We've known all along that we haven't had access to our staff emails here at the radio station.
Yeah, we didn't receive an invite to the staff Christmas party and then found out the reason for that was, we did receive an invite, we just can't access our emails.
Yeah, because when we started working here, we didn't have an induction day where everyone was like, oh, this is how you get into emails, this is how you log in, this is HR. I don't know who HR is. If someone starts bullying me at work, I don't know who I'm going to go to.
Me. Come to me.
Okay, yeah, what if you're bullying me?
Come to me.
I'll
punch you in the face. So finally we got it sorted after the show last night. We got into our emails and oh my gosh, we discovered a new world.
It's insane. There's so much stuff that I had no idea about.
We've been missing out on offers, opportunities, like just different things that...
Information galore.
That people think we're being sent. And this explains some conversations I've had with people like... that I was like, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, it was emailed to me, and I should have known that.
Yeah. Did you know that there's a cafe here from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., which is when we're here. It's out in the main...
In the building?
Inside the building, there is a cafe.
There's a cafe downstairs at the shopping complex.
No, inside our office, in the big kitchen. You know how there's that massive kitchen every time I go in there? I'm like, why is there a giant kitchen that no one's in there? Well, every morning, a guy comes in and sets up his own cafe, and he'll cook you breakfast. You can get a coffee and a bacon and egg toasty for $5. I've been going downstairs and spending $7 on coffee and sandwiches like some kind of staff emailless pleb when I could have been going to this guy for $5.
Every morning.
Every morning they send out an email with the new menu.
Also would have been great just a sign or a heads up from someone. Mike knew about this.
Yeah. How long has this cafe been operating?
You know, every time I see these emails in my inbox, I think, I hope Luke and Lewis know about that.
Because what a good
deal. I
deal.
never thought to tell you guys.
No one ever thought to tell us anything. It's ridiculous.
That's why we call you Radio Mike, not Good Friend Mike.
Also, I noticed that because at the radio station, they're always putting on events and doing promo for shows, there are free tickets going left and right every single day.
So what have we missed out on?
Paul Kelly tickets.
My dad loves Paul Kelly. I don't know if it's the right etiquette to get free tickets for your mates, but... You know.
I don't know. Paul Kelly.
You know what? We could have gone to Paul Kelly. That's pretty... Well, it's not that modern, but it's not that digital either.
No.
Let's give Paul Kelly a miss next year when he comes.
You know what is pretty modern digital we missed out on?
What?
Giant music festival in Frankston.
Ah.
That's modern digital as.
And dangerous.
Yeah. I know, yeah, probably a health hazard, that one.
Yeah.
You know, that's why they're giving away free tickets. No one's turning up without body armor. But yeah, it's just opened up a new world of convenience and information. I feel like when they invented email, and it's like, oh, I don't have to wait 25 days to get a letter. It's the best.
Well, we've been using owls for weeks, so it's good. I can get rid of my owl now.
My staff owl.
Yeah.
Luke and Lewis for lunch. We are having a bit of a dilemma here with one of your friends, Luke.
Well, people may remember when I went on my big walk to work on the show about a month ago now. I walked to work with a couple of friends. I walked to...
It wasn't that big. It was more, around the corner.
Oh, true. It was just down the road because I live just around the corner in Diamond City.
Yeah.
I walked with my brother Jack and his friend Simmo. And
his unemployed friend Simmo.
Simmo. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And They came on the show briefly for one section of the show where they talked about the walk with us. And since then, Simmo has come off the radio and has, I would say,
found his passion in life.
Got a bit too big for his boots.
Yeah.
And got caught up in he's at the big radio station, got caught up in the whole thing of radio, and
he won't stop talking about.
He fancies himself
show
now as a radio host, pretty much, and he's been talking to other people in our friends.
He's trying
circle.
to weasel his way onto our show, which is very unfair because it was very hard for us to get a show.
Yeah,
you can't just get in the middle of this. We worked hard,
and he pretty much thinks he should be a regular part of the show. And we're like, you know what? We're actually looking for a modern digital mate to be a friend of the show. So we thought before we call Simmo, let's call my brother Jack, who's very close with him. And we just thought we needed to call Jack to ask him if he thinks Simmo has what it takes.
Hello.
Hey, Jack. It's Luke and Lewis.
Yeah. Hey, boys. How are we?
Well, mate, how you going?
Yeah, good.
How's the new job going? We had to call you in your lunch break.
Yeah, it's going well.
Still rocking that. I haven't seen you at home. Still rocking that leather man bag
Satchel?
Confidently.
Indiana Jones satchel, yep.
Man bag?
Man bag. Yeah.
I think Lewis, after his effort at Oaks Day, that thing was
you were carrying around a man purse.
Yeah, but I called it a purse. Like, I had confidence about it. I wasn't lying to myself calling it an Indiana Jones satchel. I was carrying a woman's purse. I went up to it, Jack.
All right,
Very
so
cool.
the reason why we called you is Simmo.
Not to rip on my band bag.
No, well, that's fun too. But the reason why we called you is Simmo, who is a friend of the show, came on the walk. Well,
he wants to be.
He wants
friend of the show. He's my mate.
Yes. But so we just wanted to discuss with you, he really wants to be a part of this radio show,
100%.
doesn't he?
There's not. I think he's got a fair bit of spare time to himself, so I think he's really committed to doing anything
He's
that
still
he can get his hands
unemployed.
on.
So is he
And
still,
anything
does he
that can
talk
get him-
about us?
Any sort of fame that he can get, he'll just wrap his hands right around it as
See,
well.
I don't like the fact that he wants it for the fame. I want him to be bringing good content to the show.
I think he'll definitely tell you he's bringing good content. He fancies his content, that's for sure.
Okay, well, we're trying to assess whether or not Simmo meets the criteria to be a modern digital mate.
Yeah.
So that's what we're after.
Do you think he has what it takes?
Look, I mean, if you ask him, the answer is yes, but I'm not exactly sure what you're looking for, fellas.
And
Well, what does he say about us when we're
It's
not
literally
here?
as soon as we got off air after we did the walk, we came outside and he said we should do this. He's like, we should do
like
this.
you guys should do your own radio show.
Yeah,
He was on once. He really fancies himself.
he was ready to change his career.
I think this guy's trying to get on our show.
Maybe he's
so
trying
he
to
can
swoop in and
he's
take
trying
our
to take
jobs.
our show.
That's not very modern digital mate of him. The
He's
other
muffling
thing
in.
is apparently your other friends have complained to you that Simmo talks about our show to everyone.
Yeah, Shelley's has voiced his concerns over Simmo's apparent love of hearing his own voice on radio.
Okay, so I think his motive's a little bit murky here. I think he just wants to be on radio. He doesn't want to be a modern digital mate. He just wants to be on modern digital.
But I think like he just genuinely, I think it just all works for him. I think he does want to be on the show for just like various reasons.
But I think
it just
too
make
much
him very
personal
happy.
gain.
Yeah. Okay,
Good luck to him.
we'll have to interrogate Simmo about this, but thank you very much for your
And I'm sure he'll enjoy that a lot.
And I'm sure you'll enjoy your woman's purse.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Man bag boy. Have fun at work with your man bag.
See you, boys.
Have you been bullied yet?
No, not yet.
No, I doubt
Everyone else has got one too, so it's fine.
You say that.
Do you
He's the
work-
only one.
Do you work in a purse factory? See you later, Jack.
See you, boys.
So that was us talking to your brother Jack.
Mainly about Simmo, partly about his new man bag, which he purchased. Big call.
How much did he spend on it?
Like $280, but it was on sale down from like 400 and something.
Yeah,
Like
that's just you get a job and you need a purse. It's like, what are you doing?
he's not got a high paying job, by the way. Like he's
just get a
it's his
backpack
first
like a
ever
normal
job.
human.
Yeah.
So I think after the break, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to call Simmo.
Yep.
And get to the bottom of this. See if he has what it takes to be our modern digital
I just want to
mate.
know what Simmo can actually offer our show content-wise, because so far he just wants it for the fame.
He
So,
talks
yeah.
a lot of game. So after this, we're going to find out if he can back it up. We are trying to find a modern digital mate.
We need a friend of the show, and we had one of my friends, Simmo, who has been on the show before on our walk to work. He's been putting up his hand a lot behind the scenes of the show.
Yeah.
He fancied himself for the one time he was on, and he actually thought He came out of the studio after he was on about a month ago, and him and Jack did discuss perhaps they have a career in radio, mainly initiated by Simmo. Jack was like, maybe not.
Yeah, well, I mean, we barely have one, and we're on the radio, so I don't know how they're
he was
going.
genuinely considering a slight career change. Actually, that's a massive deviation from being unemployed.
Well, is it a career change if you don't have a career?
Yeah.
That's just a career start.
We thought, we've spoke to my brother Jack about Simmo wanting to be a part of the show. We thought we need to speak to the man himself. So I think we've got his number in the system now.
We're going to try and call him. Is he going to answer?
Well, he's unemployed, so what else is he doing?
All right, let's give him a call.
Hello.
Hello, is that Simmo?
It is, mate. How you going?
It is Luke and Lewis. How you going?
Hey, Simmo, how are you?
Good, thanks, fellas.
So we've heard through the grapevine and through our various sources that you've been talking a big game since being on our show once, and you want to become maybe a part of the show in the future.
Oh, I mean, if you're offering, that's
well, look,
right.
Simmo, we're not exactly offering it to you, but we are looking for a modern digital mate, and we hear from all of your friends and a few acquaintances that you've just been talking up how much you love our show and how much you've been on it, which
not even how much,
very much
you love our show, how much you love yourself on our show. Like, I just want to voice a few concerns that perhaps you liked hearing the sound of your own voice and that perhaps you were more in it for the fame, for that modern digital fame.
Yeah, no, it's not the first time I've heard something like that.
Well, we did just speak to Jack, my brother, about it, and he's thrown you under the bus a bit before this call.
Of course.
Yes.
Because we are the flagship show on Triple M Modern Digital, we are very wary of people who just want to get near us, for fame and for money. So we have to be very careful of that. And
Simmo, really, pretty much what we wanted to ask you, what do you reckon you can bring to the show?
Ooh. Oh, well, I mean, what could I offer?
Because what we're after is we're looking for someone who's a little bit modern, a little bit digital as well.
But also a good man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's modern? I'm unemployed, so I don't really do anything.
That's economic crisis, that's quite new.
20-something these days.
So you've got a lot of time on your hands for the show. That's good.
That's it.
I mean, we're getting paid the same amount you would be on Centrelink here, so we're pretty much unemployed as well.
Well, there we go. We're all one and the same.
We're unemployed, but we still have to rock up to work. It sucks.
Okay, so that's the modern part covered. What's digital about you, Simmo?
Digital? Well, I'm talking to you on the phone right now. That's digital.
That's pretty digital. He's got
all my social stuff.
Yeah, but what can you actually bring to the show?
What can I bring? Well, what do? I got a beach house. If you guys want to,
you're on school. You're on Schoolies this week.
Yeah, can we do Schoolies at your beach house, Simmo?
Or we can head up. I don't know if there'll be many Schoolies around there, but we can give it a crack.
That's right. There's not many Schoolies around the studio, actually. So
I'm the only schoolie here, so that's fine. I'm used to it.
Well,
so
yeah, you can go and jump off the pier or something. There might be a couple others doing that.
Sounds pretty crazy, actually.
What else could I offer?
That's pretty good, man.
That's pretty good.
Offering a beach house to the show is like one of the better things we've ever been offered.
We're going to have to do an entire beach house show.
Oh, let's do it.
All right. Welcome to the show, Simmo. You're officially our modern digital mate. How does it feel?
It feels pretty good, fellas. Pretty stoked to get the opportunity, but I've got to be honest, I had it coming a long way. I offer a lot.
You've been on once on our walk, and he's talking a big game. All right, well, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to say have a good day, but I know you're not doing anything. You're just at home, aren't you?
All right, thanks very much.
Yes? Are you at home or no? You've avoided it.
I was just getting a coffee, and you've just heard something.
With what money? You don't have a job.
Did you steal a coffee?
No, we'll see. This is why I always go for coffee with people, because that way, someone else can pick up the bill. And I live my luxurious lifestyle.
Okay, all right. I look forward to buying you a coffee, mate. Thank you very much. See you later.
Bye, man.
Thanks, fellas. Bye.
Luke and Lewis for lunch, and we are on Schoolies. Yes, Schoolies. I'm 23 and sober. Woo!
Schoolies Week with Luke and Lewis.
Yeah, that's right. I'm on Schoolies and I'm 23. Luke is organising Schoolies.
You're not so sober anymore, mate. We just did shots of lemon cordial.
4 cordial shots. So I'm on a sugar high right now. I feel like I should go to the hospital.
Oh, man. I'm almost regretting doing it.
It was horrible. You did 1, I did 3 in a row.
I almost called an ambulance in the song. I was like, calm down, mate. We've got a job to do still.
I actually feel sick. I didn't eat before drinking. Mum told me to do that, but I was silly.
Your mum also told you not to get peer pressured by your friends to drink, and you know.
I know you can't. You know,
have some self-control, mate.
You're one of those bad friends.
I'm an enabler for sure.
My limits, man.
Yeah.
Like you can't do that. I don't think we can hang out anymore.
Yeah, you're a bit of a lightweight, mate. I can have sugar for days and just hold it completely in control. I'll if I just did a job, I'll just go vent, jump on a jumping castle, get it all out, and classic Schoolies stuff.
Are you organising Schoolies for me or like a toddler's birthday party?
Well, it's Schoolies for you, so what's the difference? So another thing people do is go to the beach on Schoolies, right? Most Schoolies locations are on the coast, and
so are we going to the beach next?
We're going to the beach, right? So which means, but I don't want to take you to the beach with you looking like you are. You don't look like you're ready for Schoolies.
I'm ready. I've got a shirt with no sleeves on. I've got my sunnies on.
You're a guy, Lewis is the kind of guy
backwards
who visits comic book shops on the weekend.
What does that have to do with beaches?
It means that you're a bit pasty. You're not probably, maybe outdoor time isn't a regular thing you schedule in every day.
Well, because I just get
by
sunburn.
looking at your skin.
Oh, so we need sunscreen before I go to the beach.
I was thinking a tan. Now, obviously,
you get a tan at the beach.
No, I don't want. No. I was thinking you need a tan so you look good, like at the beach for the beach. Yeah, it's not about getting a tan after the beach, mate. You want to look good there.
I do want a good look.
There'll be other Schoolies people here down at St Kilda who have mistaken this for the Gold Coast.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. True. I do want to look good.
So
for the beach.
I've organised a fake tan for you tonight. You can just fake tan.
All right.
Apparently they last for about a week. But that's right, it's Schoolies week.
Yeah, but Schoolies week ends on Friday, so if I do it tonight, I'll have 2 days of Schoolies tan and then 5 days of looking like an idiot in the office.
Yeah, I was speaking to Emily, my girlfriend, who does do fake tanning with people. She does beauty therapy, and I was like,
she's going to do it.
Well, no, I was like, what do you recommend? And she was like, look, I'll be honest, I don't really want to do it. She's a busy person.
Well, I'm going to mess it up if I have to do it.
I think we've got some stuff where you apply it yourself. She told me about this thing, and apparently it's darker.
I can't do that properly.
Yeah, but I know, of course. That's why I'm getting you to do it. I don't want to do it. But yeah, apparently the more you apply, the darker it is. So, and you don't want to be looking pasty for the beach.
True.
And all great men have a great fake tan. Donald Trump, Warwick Capper, Shane Warne.
Greatest man.
All great men.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So I think, do you want to be great or...
I'm going to look like the world's longest Oompa Loompa.
Yeah. Great men. Oompa Loompas, the factory wouldn't run without them.
That's true. Oh, you know what? I'm on Schoolies. YOLO.
Yeah.
You only live once. I'm getting a fake tan.
See, I think that is what people were saying on Schoolies in 2012.
Luke and Lewis for Schoolies. Today, we are going to do this. Getting the biggest celebs.
And asking the hard questions.
Well, hard question.
This is Luke and Lewis's brief celebrity interviews.
That's right. So, often when we're at the radio station, celebrities come in and out. It's just Celeb City.
They're just walking around, people are going, oh, look at who's that. That's someone we recognise.
There's an A-lister.
Often I'll have to be reminded, as both of us are like, who's that? Like people are, they have an entourage around them and I'm just like, that person has a lot of friends.
Yeah, but someone came into our office yesterday
who we recognised instantly.
A-lister.
An international celeb. First ever international guest today on the show.
And the reason why they are in is they are actually being interviewed by Hamish and Andy.
And Ash London, I believe. Other big shows on this network at the station, on the Fox network, on the Hit network.
Yeah, so we weren't even on the level that we were supposed to be on.
No.
And we were hanging around and about 30 people came in and we're like, what's going on? There's some kind of party going on. There were musicians, makeup artists, music label executives.
And
everywhere.
The reason why we do brief celebrity interviews on this show is because we can't get them.
No, we're not allowed.
So we ask celebrities one hard-hitting question.
Yeah.
That just, you only need one question.
While they're traveling from the elevator towards their actual interview that they know is going to happen, they get a surprise, hard-hitting, even better interview.
We ambush them outside the toilets.
Yeah. So the person who was in our office was Rita Ora. For those who don't know, Rita Ora is an absolute A-lister. Her songs play on the radio every single day. We've got a clip of one of her biggest hits at the moment.
I don't want to hear sad songs anymore. I only want to hear love songs. I found my heart up in this place tonight.
So, she rose to fame by exclusively not singing sad songs.
Yeah.
And after she finished the interview, I ambushed her just before she was about to get in the elevator, and I asked her this one question. Hi Rita, thanks for joining us on Luke and Lewis's brief interviews.
Thanks for having me.
What's your middle name?
I don't have one, but just call me whatever you want.
Sorry, that's all we have time for today. Thank you very much, Rita.
Yeah.
Boom, exposed, no middle name, but we did it.
Who would have thought? I mean, that's a scoop right there.
Yeah.
That is a Hollywood celebrity scoop.
You're welcome, everyone. That's the biggest interview that we've ever had on this whole station.
I wouldn't have called it. I would have called middle name for sure. I took one look at her and I was like, definitely has a middle name. And who would have thought? And you know what? You're not going to get that. Literally, you are not going to get that on any other show on this network because no one is willing to have the balls to waste their time like that.
And also, no one has the balls to do that in the radio station because we immediately got told off.
But that's what we go above and beyond, guys, to give you guys the biggest scoops.
Yeah.
And you're welcome. We do that for you.
We're going to be doing, every time we see an A-lister, we're going to be doing that. So, the next time we do it, that might be our last show, but we're going to get these A-list celeb interviews to you. This is Luke and Lewis for lunch. Luke, we have a bit of a traitor amongst us.
A traitor in our midst.
Yeah.
And the only reason I know about this is because I was scrolling through my Facebook feed last night and Radio Mike, who sits there every day, smiles at us, just real to our face. What a stand-up guy. And then...
But behind our backs, bit of a snake in the grass.
We leave work, and what does he do? We hear him on a rival show on the network.
A rival show on the same network. And look, you may have heard of these
Not
guys.
on Triple M Modern Digital.
No, not on Triple M Modern Digital. They're not good enough for it. You may have heard of them. We're kind of competing for ratings at the moment. I mean, they're finishing up pretty soon. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with us starting. They're intimidated by our talent, by all of our listeners, just how good we are. They might try to be getting on the modern digital market.
Yeah, we're of course speaking of Hamish and Andy.
Yeah,
Mike featured on their show yesterday. If you're listening to Hamish and Andy, I don't know why you would be, because we're on.
They're not. They're on the FM station. They're not on a digital.
We're
network,
on 2 hours before them, but I'm assuming you guys are all still reeling from how great our show is every day. So you don't have time to listen to
radio rest.
They actually didn't want to put us in the drive slot on this station because we'd be a direct competitor. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I know, mate. And that's scared tactics, all right? Yeah. They're running scared.
They know how good we are. They know how powerful modern digital is.
We've actually got an audio clip that you posted on your Facebook last night, Mike, of you on the show last night. This is what happened.
I'm going to say a phrase here and people are just going to swerve off the road. Jack is actually teaching someone how to press the button. Which, Mike,
put your mic on.
Mikey Mike.
Hello, thank you for having me.
No, you're doing great. See, Mike's doing great.
And I know Mike's got the same look on his face as Jack had.
But isn't that crazy?
About 8 years ago when we first got Jack.
Well, Mike will be running the station in 2 weeks.
Mike will be running the station. They were big rap for you, weren't they? And you clearly...
This is just gross. No. I mean, you're Radio Mike, not Mikey Mike. No. Okay, you can't go on to another radio station with a new nickname.
I can't believe you didn't correct them. It's like, that's not your official radio term. Also, they said you'll be running the station in 2 weeks because they thought you were that good. They've clearly never listened to this show.
Yeah, you make mistakes all the time.
You made a mistake like 5 minutes ago, like in the second last break. So what happens is when we throw to a song, Mike's supposed to have it ready and we go, and today we're doing this, and we point at Mike and he hits play on the sound effect.
It's literally all you have to do is press one button,
this
a
is
play
what
button.
Just happened.
Luke and Lewis for lunch, and we are on Schoolies. This silence was Mike's error. See, that was like 4 seconds. And sober. Woo!
This was like completely my fault. I just had a mental blank. I was thinking about yesterday when I was on Hamish and Andy.
Oh, yes. Okay, so now he's too big for us.
And also, you never you're on this show all the time. You're almost like feature on the show at least once a day, and you never post that on Facebook. You don't post about us.
Yeah, why don't you...
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Wait, so you're not proud to be on our show?
I've shared stuff on your show, and it just
but you never brag about
but have you downloaded a clip and uploaded it to Facebook and written 3 paragraphs of how you used to listen to us ever since you were 12? No, you didn't. Okay? Radio. Okay, Mikey Mike. All right?
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I drafted up a resignation letter from your guys' show today, which I like I said, I might not use, but
This is true.
Moving on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, he brought in a resignation letter. Do you have it with you?
It's called...
it's in my bag.
It's called Mike's Totally Not Fake, Totally Real or something resignation letter.
Yeah, get it out of your bag, Mike. Do you have it? He doesn't... Here, give it to me, because this is what I want to... I want to read it out, okay?
What does it say?
Radio Mike's Totally Real Not Fake resignation letter, to whom it may concern... And it says, hang on, wait, I hereby announce my resignation from the Lewis and Luke lunchtime hour, effective...
It's not even the name of the show.
Hang on. Effective immediate You can't even spell immediately.
This contract is not legally binding because you've got the show name wrong and you can't even spell.
I actually wrote this really quickly purely for the meme.
Yeah, look, I don't want to work with someone who can't even spell immediately, so I don't accept this
resignation. You're close to getting fired.
I don't accept this resignation. You're fired, mate. Get out of my office.
Can I just play a mega mix of all the good stuff Hamish and Andy said about my paneling skills?
See, Mike's doing great. Mike will be running the station in 2 weeks. We'll work in this industry, and he's very, very good.
I rest my case.
Is that a mega mix? That was one example.
They gave you one compliment. Oh, the mega mix of all their compliments. Yeah, that was such high praise.
All right, guys, we need to go to song. It's time for an internal meeting. You're out of here, Radio Mike. This is Luke and Lewis without Mike.
Now, Lewis, a story came out of the US a few days ago that particularly caught my interest. It was of a con man that asked to go to jail for 20 years because he can't stop conning people. So he actually was like, the best place for me to stop my conning activities.
Like maximum security jail.
Is a jail. Like, that's how addicted he was.
What kind of conning has he done?
Oh, just he was robbing hotels so he was actually he was booking out hotels, all the rooms, and then ordering like thousands of dollars of room service of champagne to these people who hotel rooms, and then he was selling the champagne.
That's genius. I think I've
he got caught, so it's not that genius.
No, he hasn't got caught. He's come and said, "Hey guys, it was me."
No, he got caught, and then they punish him, and then he still asked for more jail time so he can recover. But then he started running an elaborate con from inside the jail.
Hang on. Okay, so look, if you're in jail, every guard knows why you're in jail. So you look at one guy, you'd be like, oh, that guy's a murderer. Don't be alone in the room with him. You look at this guy, he's a con man. If that guy asks you for anything...
Well, you just don't believe anything he says.
Yeah, he's a con man.
Yeah.
Like, that's what
he's in here for.
Yeah. But he was conning
It's like getting the tax fraud guy to do your yearly tax. It's like, no, get an accountant.
Exactly. Right. So this guy was in jail, and then he wanted to go into more secure jail.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, could this be the most elaborate con of them all? Like, what's he playing at?
Yeah.
Here? We're like, is this some scheme? Who knows what he's up to? But there's no way
this is a con itself.
There's no way this isn't a con. Like, if the courts are like, well, good on him. He wants to, do his time. It's like, no one wants to go to jail.
He's planning something. You know what he wants? I think he doesn't want to pay for food anymore. He wants free meals for 20 years. He's sick of paying rent. He's getting a lot out of this. He's probably, at the end of 20 years of jail, he'd probably make more money from not paying rent and not buying food than he would out of selling bottles of wine. This guy's trying to con the system.
He's just a cheapskate.
Yeah.
It's just really tight.
So, is there anything else that he's done?
He's just... he pretends to be like Sony music executives. He's been caught multiple times. He's not a good con man, by the way. I should say, terrible con man gets us. So even if he is trying to pull off this big con here, it's not going to work out very well for him because we're already onto him. If we're onto him, there's no way the American government
The justice system must be onto him as well.
Yeah.
And if they're not, all of the judges that listen to Triple M on digital don't put this guy in jail, but also don't let him free because then he'll start. We're going to have to execute him. Luke and Lewis for lunch. Now, Luke, earlier in the show, we briefly mentioned that Radio Mike, our panel operator, the button pusher here, brought in a typed up, printed, and presented in a plastic folder.
Not even laminated. God,
Yeah.
you're just lazy, isn't he?
It's a resignation letter.
It's called. He literally put it on our desk this morning. Walked in, slammed on the desk, and said, "This is radio. It's called Radio Mike's Totally Real, Not Fake Resignation
You don't
Letter."
have to give a resignation letter a title.
Would you like me to read it out loud? You read it. You started
I read
reading
the
it before.
first paragraph, but
I will
there's
read
like
it.
6. So read the whole thing.
To whom it may concern, I hereby announce my
not
resignation
concerned.
from the Luke and Lewis lunchtime. From the Lewis and Luke. I forget that you did that wrong. For Lewis and Luke lunchtime hour, effective immediately.
Did he spell immediately wrong? How did he spell immediately?
Yeah, he spelled immediately. No longer will I work with such domineering tyrants who take everything seriously. While these are...
You can't even spell. Or can you not
Oh, no,
read?
I cannot read. While there are laughs on air, the environment off air behind the scenes contains no laughs at all, unless they are at my expense.
That's true.
It is for this reason that I will no longer be pushing radio buttons for the radio show. That is Lewis and Luke's Hour of Power. Now, that is not the
That's
name of
not
our
the name
show.
of the
It's Luke
show,
and Lewis
mate.
for lunch. And then at the bottom, he has a small asterisk with a note that says, "This resignation letter is not yet complete."
So you can't even finish your resignation letter. So I don't accept that resignation because it's not complete. And in fact, I feel so insulted by your incomplete resignation letter that I have written up a redundancy notice.
And by the way, this resignation has only brought on more laughs at your expense.
So now it's time. I'm sorry, but you've been made redundant. So here's your redundancy notice. It's called Luke and Lewis's Totally Real. Don't even need to say that it's fake. Why would you do that? Redundancy notice. To the man formerly known as Radio Mike, I hereby announce that your position as trainee button pusher on the esteemed Luke and Lewis for Lunch show is no longer needed. Effective immediately, you are no longer modern or digital. Go hang out with Hamish and Andy and post about it on Facebook, Mikey Mike. Now, as part of your redundancy package, because most people who are made redundant do get a package, unfortunately, we have no budget for a package, but we are prepared to offer you 3 shots of Cordial, because we have quite a bit left over, and 1/2 of a Darth Vader mask for your time. And then, a little asterisk down the bottom of it, this redundancy announcement is complete.
You didn't spell immediately right.
No, true. That's true. So, I'm sorry, mate. You're redundant.
All right. Well, the resignation was a joke, and we got to wrap up the show. So I'll be back tomorrow. This is Luke and Lewis for lunch on Triple M Modern Digital.
Wrap up the
You can't wrap up our show. You don't even work here anymore.
Who is this guy? Security, get him out of here. Get him out of here.